I seek no empire. I seek no destruction. I seek only the dust of his divine feet. For 1,000 years he stood. The flesh withered, the bone remained. His devotion was so absolute, it began to burn the very heavens. The oceans boiled. The stars trembled. The cosmos could no longer ignore the fire of his Tapasya. Open your eyes, son of Vishrava. The universe has felt your fire. Ask, and the cosmos shall yield. I ask only to remain your eternal servant, to reside in your shadow. You shall not reside in my shadow. You shall reside by my side. I name you the guardian of the north, the keeper of the earth's gold.
When we hear the name Kubera, modern culture immediately associates him with limitless wealth, gold, jewels, unimaginable opulence. He is invoked in rituals for prosperity and painted as the celestial treasurer. But when we look deep into the ancient texts of the Puranas and the Ramayana, we find a story that has absolutely nothing to do with greed. The wealth of Kubera was not inherited. It was not stolen. It was earned through one of the most agonizing and extreme periods of penance recorded in Hindu theology. To understand why Kubera is the Lord of wealth, we must first understand the devastating loss that pushed him to the absolute limits of his soul. Kubera was born into the highest echelons of cosmic royalty. He was the grandson of Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe, and the son of the illustrious sage Vishrava. In his early life, Kubera was recognized for his immense purity and strict adherence to Dharma. Pleased by his righteousness, Lord Brahma granted Kubera a boon, elevating him to the status of a Lokapala, a protector of the world. Brahma also gifted him the legendary Pushpaka Vimana, a colossal flying chariot made entirely of gold and precious gems, capable of traveling anywhere in the universe at the speed of thought. With his new divine status, Kubera needed a capital. He took residence in the magnificent island city of Lanka, a city originally built by Vishwakarma, the divine architect, entirely out of solid gold. Under Kubera's rule, Lanka prospered immensely. It was a golden age of peace, righteousness, and cosmic balance. The Yakshas, mystical beings of nature and hidden wealth, chose Kubera as their undisputed king. But the peace of Lanka was not destined to last. Sage Vishrava, Kubera's father, had taken a second wife, a demoness named Kaikesi. From this union, 3 powerful half-brothers were born: Kumbhakarna, Vibhishana, and Ravana. Ravana was a being of terrifying ambition. Through his own intense austerities, Ravana secured boons of near invincibility from Lord Brahma. Drunk on this new cosmic power, Ravana marched upon Lanka. He demanded that Kubera surrender the golden city and hand over the Pushpaka Vimana. Ravana was willing to spill the blood of his own kin to claim the throne of gold. Kubera, being a follower of Dharma and a pacifist at heart, consulted his father. Sage Vishrava advised him that Ravana's power was currently unmatched, and that fighting would only result in the slaughter of the innocent Yakshas. Choosing peace over pride, Kubera voluntarily abandoned his golden city. He left behind his entire empire, his unimaginable wealth, and his beloved Pushpaka Vimana. He walked away from Lanka with absolutely nothing. Stripped of his kingdom and his royal identity, Kubera traveled far to the north, into the freezing, desolate peaks of the Himalayas. He did not go there to build an army. He did not go there to plot revenge against Ravana. He went there to surrender completely to the ultimate ascetic, Lord Shiva. Here begins the true theological core of Kubera's legacy. In the freezing altitudes of the Himalayas, where the air is thin and the cold shatters stone, Kubera began a tapasya that would echo through the yugas. The Shiva Purana details the terrifying severity of his penance. For hundreds of years, Kubera stood on one single leg. He stopped consuming food. Then he stopped consuming water. Eventually, he stopped breathing the air itself, surviving entirely on the spiritual energy of his devotion. He focused his entire consciousness upon a Shiva lingam, chanting the Panchakshari mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. His physical body began to deteriorate. The biting Himalayan winds stripped the royal flesh from his bones, but his mind remained locked onto Lord Shiva. The heat generated by his tapasya, his spiritual fire, grew so intense that it began to disturb the celestial realms. The snows of the Himalayas began to melt. The rivers boiled. The cosmic balance was tilting under the sheer weight of his absolute surrender. Unable to ignore this monumental display of devotion, the heavens parted. Lord Shiva, accompanied by Goddess Parvati, manifested before the ascetic. The brilliance of their divine forms was blinding. It was a light brighter than 1,000 suns, radiating raw cosmic energy. When Kubera opened his eyes to behold his master, the divine light was too intense for his mortal vision. His left eye was permanently blinded, turning yellow. This is why, in scriptures, Kubera is respectfully called Pingalaksha, the one with the golden eye. But Kubera did not care about the loss of his sight. He fell to the ground, weeping in absolute ecstasy at the feet of the Lord. Lord Shiva, deeply moved by the pure, unselfish devotion of this former king, spoke to him. Shiva declared that Kubera's tapasya had surpassed all mortal limits. He told Kubera to ask for any boon in the universe. Kubera could have asked for Lanka back. He could have asked for the power to destroy Ravana, but he did not. Kubera simply asked to remain in the presence of Lord Shiva forever. Shiva smiled. The Lord of Ascetics, who owns nothing and wears ashes, decided to grant Kubera the exact opposite, Shiva declared. Because you walked away from the greatest wealth in the world without hesitation, you are the only soul pure enough to guard the wealth of the universe. In that profound moment, Shiva elevated Kubera to the status of Dikpala, the absolute guardian of the northern direction. More importantly, Shiva declared Kubera as the Dhanapati, the lord of all wealth, prosperity, and hidden treasures in the cosmos. Shiva did not just grant him a title, he granted him his eternal friendship. Shiva commanded Vishwakarma to build a new city for Kubera, right next to Shiva's own abode on Mount Kailash. This new city was named Alakapuri. It was more magnificent, more opulent, and more spiritually pure than Lanka could ever be. It was a city where the streets were paved with crystal, the trees bore precious gems, and the rivers flowed with golden lotus flowers. Furthermore, Shiva placed all the Yaksha, the Kinnaras, and the Guyakas, the guardians of the earth's hidden treasures, permanently under Kubera's command. Even the earth itself yielded its secrets to him. The 9 needy, the ultimate cosmic treasures of wealth and prosperity, were entrusted to Kubera's protection. This is the brilliant paradox of Vedic theology. The entity entrusted with the greatest material wealth in existence is the one who proved he did not care about it. Kubera is not rich because he hoarded gold. He is the Lord of wealth because his spiritual purity proved he would never be corrupted by it. His wealth is not meant for personal indulgence. In the Hindu framework, wealth is considered artha, a crucial pillar of human existence necessary for sustaining society. Kubera manages this wealth as a sacred duty. He distributes prosperity to those who follow Dharma. and protects the resources of the earth from those who would exploit them. When viewers see statues of Kubera, he is often depicted as a stout, smiling figure, holding a mongoose that spits jewels and carrying a pot of limitless gold. But behind that smiling iconography is the story of a king who lost everything, a son who was betrayed by his brother, and a devotee who stood on one leg in the freezing mountains until the universe itself bowed to his willpower. Kubera teaches us the ultimate truth about prosperity in the ancient texts. True wealth does not come from chasing gold. True wealth comes from conquering the mind. When you achieve absolute spiritual clarity and surrender your ego to the divine, the wealth of the universe naturally gravitates toward you, not because you desire it, but because you are finally worthy of holding it.